good. So when we were talking last week, you were discussing with me issues about your relationship with your spouse. You've just finished your treatment. You're doing IOP with us.
Yeah.
Just the times at the dinner table, just hearing just all the guilt and the shame and the negativity,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
trusting stuff.
yeah. He's always bringing up something like I can do anything. He'll bring up a story about how I was acting before.
And that's still going on.
It is, yeah. I mean, he still just finds things to kind of bring up here and there. It makes me feel awful. Of course, obviously I didn't remember all those things because I was either drinking and not really remembering and not really focusing on that kind of stuff. So now that I'm sober, of course, now I'm hearing all these stories and I'm kind of like, what the world? I can't believe that they even have it in the first place.
How is it making you feel exactly?
I mean, I feel sad. I feel sad. I feel upset that it happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry and I apologized, but he just keeps talking about it. So it's kind of like, how can I fix it?
Yeah,
So.
if you keep on getting talked to about the past.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking last time about, okay, so this is happening after work, when you get home, or you're sitting down.
Yeah.
We were talking about preparing yourself for this, like knowing it's going to happen, and some things you could do to kind of prep yourself knowing this is going to happen. What kind of things did you try out this week?
Well, I did like the box breathing. I tried that out and trying to just kind of breathe before coming home. That way, before he comes home as well. So knowing that he's coming home, kind of prepare myself. So just kind of breathing, trying to stay busy. That way, I'm not getting so anxious about him coming home. And then when he is there, I just try to kind of change the subject to something else.
Yeah. Did you try out the online meeting?
Not yet. It's been busy, with him and my kids and just trying to stay afloat. I haven't done anything yet with meetings yet.
Let me back up a little bit. So with the box breathing and the box breathing, keeping busy, changing the subject, has that helped any?
Has it helped? Maybe a little bit. I mean, I think when I change the subject, he will kind of go around it a little bit more, but then comes back to it again. Maybe not as quick, but eventually does go back to it.
Yeah. Now, you remember at IOP last week when people in the groups were saying, a couple of them having this kind of the same thing. I don't think it's to the extent that with yours.
Yeah.
But they've been reaching out, going to online meetings, having other people that they can talk to about it and how they feel that it's helping them.
Yeah. And probably, I mean, I know I need to go to the meetings. It's just so hard to get to them. Life is busy, I'm busy, and then with work and and school with my kids and my husband, it's hard to get out there.
Yeah, but I mean, you are coming to IOP every day, and you're reaching out here. But I do tend to think about when the 8 weeks is over, and your husband is still coming at you,
Right.
and I want you to have some kind of network, to reach out to.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to, so I really am going to work on, trying to do that.
But like I said though, you could try that White Chair app and maybe just even do before bed, in your bed, before you go to sleep. They're every hour of the day, you don't even just give it a whirl. Just give it a whirl.
Yeah.
I challenge you to try to do that. It's amazing too. I have to say, it's just the things that get talked about when you finally go there. It's like it's for me.
I can imagine. It probably is great. I mean, everybody in our group, they all go and they all go to meetings. Most of them, they always seem to enjoy it. So
and they all relate to what you've been sharing. You've been sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I continue to do those things to prep up for when you're coming home and when it's going to happen. Yeah.
I know I need to. It's just hard, but I'm going to try to make more time to do so.
I really applaud your commitment to IOP and trying, and the basic, you're not drinking during this.
Yeah. So far, so good. Knock on wood or something. I'm doing pretty good so far.
How do you think you're doing with actually feeling all this stuff? It's not the castle. It's not a pink bubble.
Right.
And without the alcohol, is it? How do you?
It's tough because so much happening. It's like. Of course, work is frustrating and annoying. You come home and you're used to just kind of grabbing a drink or two to kind of help settle your nerves from that, and your kids are all over the place and they're yelling and screaming. And again, grabbing a drink for that as well. And so to have to actually do these things without drinking, it's hard, and to push through them. So yeah, it's really hard.
You're doing it.
I am barely, but yeah.
So when you're just talking about work and stress and everything else, but then you said you're keeping busy to keep your mind. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Is it work that's keeping you busy in your mind?
Definitely work. Yeah, work for sure. And the kids, having a couple kids, they would definitely keep you busy.
What about something that's for you that would keep you busy? Like maybe your hair looks great, but maybe doing something little for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't, right now it's been so rush, and, trying to get things settled again. I haven't really had time for myself yet.
You should. I challenge you again. Why don't we try like one self-care before we talk next week, and one virtual meeting?
Okay. So the self-care thing, I think, is definitely easier than the meeting.
Yeah. A virtual meeting. You don't even have to stay for the whole thing. Just give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I might call some other peers in our group and see if they want to go to a meeting together.
Why not?
Maybe.
Yeah, get some coffee. They all go.
Yeah.
They all
maybe
go.
I can try something.
Wouldn't it be funny if you went to the meeting and the subject was about relationships?
I can learn something from you. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you. You're doing great.
Oh,
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I'm trying. Like I said, it's not easy. And I didn't realize how hard it's going to be when I left treatment. Of course they talk about it, but not really. So to really kind of get home and get enmeshed with your life again, trying to do meetings and IOP and groups and family and kids and work, it's a lot. It keeps you busy. Like you run around like you're crazy all day. So
yeah, but remember with the drinking. Job, kids, finding the time to drink, covering up the fact you drank, trying to function the next day, telling the story. That was busy too.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, I was busy with that too. But it didn't seem busy. It felt it was fun.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes go back and play the tape. Yeah. I'm really just applauding, and I'm really glad that you're working on all this stuff and just keep pushing. What do they say in AA? Trudging the road to happy destiny, right?
There you go. And I want happiness, and I want a positive road. It's just getting there.
Yeah. Is there anything that I can specifically do for you coming up in IOP? Is there anything like we haven't talked about that maybe you want to dive into? Because sometimes it's hard in front of everybody saying, I want to talk about this.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I have to kind of think about it. Of course, relationship is always something big to talk about, of course, because we're all kind of going through the same thing. But I don't know, maybe just like family as well, and maybe talk about more family, and maybe bringing family in sometime.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We haven't done that yet. Yeah. We should definitely do that.
Yeah. I agree.
Maybe that is just exactly what the husband needs to come in on.
Yeah, definitely. He may enjoy. He may be able to kind of see, how it is and how it looks and what I do here all day, all night. So he might enjoy it.
You might see how much effort you're putting into your recovery.
That's true.
Yeah. Let's definitely get that on the books then.
Yeah,
all right.
I can do that.
All right.
I think he would come. Can kids come too?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. They have Alatot, Alateen. Yeah.
Okay.
They have all that
maybe
stuff.
I can find something for all my kids to kind of get into, so they can learn more about it. That way, they can kind of help me kind of stay focused too.
Well, they can also see where mom's at too. They know more than you think they do.
Yeah.
First you were gone with the drinking, now you're gone with the meeting. So to know what you're working on and to see all the other kids.
Yeah.
That's moms are doing the same thing.
That's true. Yeah. True.
I think I've seen a lot in the past. Like once the kids know where you're at, it's almost like you don't catch so much for being gone because they know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But they don't want to go again.
Right. Yeah, definitely. They learn, they experience it.
They say, okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
That's true.
And they can bring their devices.
Which is helpful.
Keep
them busy for a while.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, good. How do you think I